And we are back live here from the D-Buck. The teams just shook hands across center. We're getting ready to gear up and start our starting lineups.
All right, for the Condors, it looks like we have 13. Which one is which here? Oh, we got some. Art.
So this is Matt Powell and Chris Dashford here coming to you live from the D-Buck sidelines.
Starting lineups right away for you guys. For the Mohawk Mountaineers to begin, we got Meredith Elstone starting libero, number 8. Number 19, Jennifer Knowles back to serve currently. Number 7, Kinsley Child out on the left side. Number 14, Grace Mazur in the middle. Number 6, Emily McEachran in the middle. And number 15, Amanda Kuiper setting.
And for the Condors, we've got number 5, Emily Antkin. Number 3, Jessica Patterson. Number 9, Lorenza Taston. Number 4, Olivia Bender. And it looks like number 11, the libero position, Paige Smith.
First serve going to the Mountaineers, serving to the net. Sorry, that's first point to the Condors. Cross-court swing by Kuiper, catching the outside sideline. Great swing, great start for the Mountaineers, Dash.
Yeah, definitely not serving into the net. Wasn't the start they were looking for, but that cross shot certainly was.
Absolutely.
Emily McEachran back to serve.
Decent pass here, set out to the right side. Great block touch by the Mountaineers.
Nice continue
Free
by the
ball
Condors.
put over the Mountaineers here. Going outside the Child, swing off the block. Ball's put back over, another free ball opportunity for the Mountaineers. Step set, ball down onto the floor. Got a net violation on the Condors. Point Mohawk. Mohawk's about to try to get the momentum swing in their direction right off the bat here, Dash.
Yeah, so far Conestoga looked pretty sound defensively. Got a lot of slowdown so far, some nice pickups. See if they can translate that into some offense.
Free ball coming over here to the Mountaineers. Outside set to Child. Great block by the Condors.
Another great block right there. Mohawk's going to have to find a way around that today.
I think the issue there is we're just swinging right into the meat of the block. You need to try to go high hands or deep corner with that shot.
Well, see if we can get a side out right away here. Going right back to Kinsley on the outside. Just misses that deep corner shot.
Conestoga pulling ahead by a single point here. Number 9 back to serve.
And a nice low float serve there. Catches the libero a little bit low.
Mohawk side there. It's a nice cross-court serve to the first position there. Mohawk just couldn't get that ball up. Nice pass, right side swing here. Great swing right down to the floor by the Mountaineers. I think the distribution of the ball is going to be big for the Mountaineers today. Their dash seems like outside position is the strength. Once they establish the middle right off the bat here, I think it's going to really open it up for the outside.
Yeah, they haven't been able to run the middle so far, though. The passing's been a little under par, but we'll see if they can pick that up.
Absolutely. Another serve in the net. Mountaineers went fishing. Number 5, Emily Aitken back to the service line. Float serve, right to 6. Mountaineers having a little bit of trouble putting the free ball over. Another opportunity for Condors here. Great block touch in the middle.
Outside set. Great dig. Way to keep that ball alive.
Another free ball opportunity for the Condors here. Left side set. Slow down by the Mountaineers. In transition here to the left side to Child with the swing. Another dig by the Condors. Pipe set. Mohawks coming off the net. What a great off-speed shot by number 9 on the Condors. And we got an early timeout by the Mountaineers. Coach Matt Shinar slowing things down a little bit. What do you think of the start here, Dash?
To be honest, they look a little surprised that Conestoga came out with the kind of fire they did here.
Absolutely. Some good touches off their attacks here, getting good transition plays and releasing outside very nicely at this point.
Yeah, it's still early in the game, though. Plenty of time for Mohawk to settle in.
Absolutely. Now, if we're taking a look at the West Division, seems like most teams within a couple points of each other here. If we're speaking on the Condors here, obviously at the bottom half of the West Division, and Mohawk sitting in the middle of the pack right now. So definitely a big matchup for the Condors here. Try to get some momentum heading into the start of the second half of the season.
Definitely a logjam at the center of the standings there with 4 teams all in the mix from that 4 to 7 position, all within 2 games of each other.
Yes. As we have the first point back from the timeout going to Mohawk here. Back to serve for the Mountaineers, number 15, Amanda Kuiper. Nice spin serve toss, cross court serve. We got a free ball coming over here to the Mountaineers. Middle set, great block touch by the Condors. In transition again, set to the right side. We got tipped by the Mountaineers. And we got a 2-over push there, Dash. Got the ladies in orange off guard there. So we can hear the Mohawk coaches barking some orders here to the Mountaineers. Doesn't really look like they're paying attention to what's going on the other side too well at the point, Dash.
It's a nice pass and a nice middle run there, though. They've been able to set the middle, see if they get back to it.
It's a great cross-court swing by number 4 on the Condors. Libero number 8, Meredith Elstone, just a little bit out of position to dig that ball.
Libero's actually taken back out for the middle.
Served by the Condors immediately over on 1 with the free ball opportunity, not able to take advantage. A little bit of miscommunication on the Mountaineers side, and a swing by number 5, Sailor Smith out of the middle to position 5 is a kill. Point Mountaineers.
Ball got where it needed to go there. Number 7, Kinsley Child back to serve.
Deep serve, just a little bit too far. Point Condors, pulling ahead by 5 points here.
That's 4, Powell.
Oh, 4. Sorry. Phys ed degree, Dash. Phys ed degree. Not mathematically inclined in any way, shape, or form. Served by the Condors.
A little too tight to the tape, though.
A little too tight. They went fishing. A little bit of a serving run here for the Condors.
And the Libero's back into the game.
Back into the game. Let's hope to get a good pass here for the Mountaineers. Just struggling to control the ball on their side of the court right now.
Nice high ball to the outside. Nice deep swing, too.
Transition attempt. Good block touch by the Mountaineers. Releasing outside to the left here. Another contact. Great dig by Child. Got a free ball coming over to the Condors here. See if they can take advantage. Left side set. Great dig by Elstone. In transition, middle set to Smith, and she's going to get the kill.
That's a great run, being able to run the middle out of a transition like that.
Absolutely. Way to take advantage. Substitution for the Mountaineers. 13 coming in for 7. Number 5, Sailor Smith back to serve. 10-6 for the Condors.
Now it's going to be Kaylin checking into the game.
And the kill for the Condors.
Not much they can do about that. That's a great shot right there.
Absolutely. Condors definitely controlling the ball very well on their side at the beginning of this set here. Passing definitely well above the 2-point mark.
Nice pass there for the Mountaineers.
That kills right over top of the block, Dash.
Textbook. Use the tips of those fingers. Nice deep shot.
Jennifer Knowles back to serve. Side set, great dig by Elstone.
Emily McEachern getting a couple of kills here for the Mountaineers.
Absolutely, starting off very hot.
Starting to close that gap. They're down to a 3-point deficit now.
Oh, it's just not going to make it over, Dash. It's a good attempt by the Condors, though.
Yeah, nice serve, gets them out of system, and they just couldn't manage to get it back over.
It's a 3-point serving run for Knowles here.
And that's going to be a timeout for the Condors. Starting to lose a little bit of momentum.
Even yesterday, felt like she went on a few serving runs. Not a topspin jumping off the ground, but definitely very effective serve from the baseline. So as we're, I guess, his second time out first for the Condors, how do we think we teeing up this first set so far here, Dash?
Well, the Conestoga Condors have lost their past 6 games. They're looking to turn it around today, and so far they've come out with that intent. They're up now, halfway through the first set. Things are looking all right for them. They're pretty tight with one of the higher teams in the conference.
Yeah, absolutely. I think after the loss last night, the Mountaineers a little bit of fire in their belly, trying to come out and get that victory tonight, or this afternoon rather. Yeah, I think just like we talked about before the broadcast began, Dash, as soon as they're able to get their middles involved, I think a lot more effective on the outside. Is sometimes when releasing the ball outside, the ball's a little bit high, a little more time for the Condors to react on the blocking side.
Yeah, Mohawk's usually generally a good passing team, so we'll look for them to settle in on the passing line.
Absolutely. Knowles back to serve again.
Right
nice hard
back where
spin
she
serve,
left off.
putting them in trouble. That's another point, Mohawk. Coming back from this 5-point deficit. Definitely 5-point lead for the Condors at 1 point, but they're chipping back. The system dig. Nice release outside by Kuiper, and the swing out the sideline.
Just overcooked it a little bit on that line shot, just out the sideline.
12-10, lead for Conestoga here in the beginning of this first set.
And nice deep serve there for Jessica Patterson.
Kuiper's going to put that free ball all over. Condor's going to try to take advantage here. Swing by number 13 off the block, dug by Elstone.
It's a great slowdown from the left side there.
Another dig by the Condors, release outside here, swing. And nobody's home for the Mountaineers. Ball hits the floor, point Conestoga. That's a nice crowd come out here on a nice Saturday afternoon there, Chris.
Yeah, a lot of people out there, Powell.
Right side swing for the Condors, tip, ball's hitting the floor. Conestoga thought they might have got that ball up there, Dash. I definitely think that was down to the floor.
But as we all know, the referees are never wrong.
Absolutely never. Number 6, Emily McEachran to serve for the Mountaineers. 13-11 for Conestoga still. Great serve. Free ball coming over.
A bit of a miscommunication there, but it finds its way over the net.
Great use by the Condors. Number 9, left side set to Conestoga off the top of the block and out.
That's a great swing right there.
Absolutely. Using those high hands, Chris Dash. Definitely back to my old playing days. Definitely the shot I was most aptly used. Conestoga goes fishing.
Serve into the middle of the net. It's going to be number 14, Grace Mazur, back to serve. It's a nice low float, catches the libero unawares. That's going to be
an ace.
Point for the Mountaineers.
Absolutely.
Some sound directions from head coach Matt Schnarr.
We're talking about Coach Matt Schnarr here. Not a very animated individual. Likes to stay pretty calm. Just from the first looks go.
One of the more reserved coaches in the OCAA, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Number 5, Emily Aitken back to serve for the Condors. 15-13 for the Condors. Great pass. Outside set. Dig by the Condors.
That's going to be a free ball for the Mountaineers. Let's see if they can utilize it.
Set to the middle. What an amazing dig by the Condors, number 9. Tip, great block touch by the Mountaineers. Ball's coming up. You get another system
free
ball
here.
Outside set. Nice off-speed shot dug by the Condors. Wow. Wow.
Couldn't place that much better myself, Powell.
I don't think so. That was, I think the gals played some beach volleyball. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a great little cut shot there. Yeah, way inside the tee line. Tough one to pick up for anyone.
The shank ball by Mohawk's libero. Conestoga increasing their lead by 3 points here as we get closer to 20.
Yeah, it's been a back and forth game so far, though. I have no doubt Mohawk's going to find a way to battle back into this set.
It's a great pass off the serve. Right side set to Kuiper. She's going to hammer that cross court, but it's dug up by the Condors. Got a free ball coming back. Ooh, comes off the tape dash. That's a tricky one.
Yep, played up well by Jen Knowles, though. Ooh. Just a little too high and outside there for Kayla to get a good swing on.
Conestoga increasing their lead to 5 points here. Look for a impending timeout by Matt Schnarr here if things are going to trend in this direction soon. Swing by Sailor Smith stops the run. Point Mohawk. Kuiper going back to service line. Definitely one of the better servers on the Mohawk side with the tough spin serve. Let's look for her to go on a run here.
Yeah, she's going to try to get at least 1 or 2 here. That would be very helpful for the Mountaineers right now.
It's a bomb. With a net violation on the Condors. Getting one of those break points back. Within 3 now, Mohawk is they're trying to get to 20.
Quick whistle there from the ref, and Kuiper back to serve again.
Another bomb. Right side set for the Condors.
Great
block touch.
Mohawk's starting to get some really good touches on the block lately.
Free ball opportunity for the Mountaineers. Step set off the block and out of bounds. Point. Number 5, Sailor Smith with the kill.
That's been 4 or 5 positive touches for Sailor in the past couple points there. She's doing well in the front court now.
Kuiper is definitely distributing the ball very well. It's a great transition set dash. It's in there. Ball took a little bit of a dive at the end.
Absolutely.
I think call that serve as splot as we have a timeout for the Condors. I think as we tee up this first set so far, Chris, it's a little bit of inconsistencies from both sides on the floor here. I think definitely serving is going to kind of tell the tale for the rest of the set here. But as we're looking a little bit more forward into the match, Dash, what do you think we need to see more from the Mountaineer side?
Well, it all starts with the serve, all starts with the pass. And so far they've been doing pretty well with the service line. I think if they pick their passing up a little bit more, be able to run the middles, distribute that ball a little bit more, they're going to have a much better second and third set.
Absolutely. I think Conestoga, the first half of this first set, pretty good contacts off serve receive. So let's look for Mohawk to serve a little bit tougher, I think. Obviously, Amanda Kuiper back there right now serving, putting some bombs in. So hopefully she can keep this up.
Absolutely. Another thing worth mentioning, Conestoga doing a great job slowing down the attackers and getting some great digs.
Absolutely.
Playing very well defensively.
Yeah. Kuiper back to serve again. Conestoga still up by 1 point, 18-17 in the first set.
And they're looking to change that. Just misses out the sideline.
Great timeout by the coach. Trying to ice the server there. Obviously worked out. Conestoga up by 2 points here as we close in on the 20-point mark. And serve just in front of the libero on Mohawk's side, catching the floor. These are the little lulls we're talking about, Chris. Mountaineers can't afford to drop a couple points like this in a row, especially at this point in the set.
Absolutely. They've done a great job battling back time after time, and then they just let it slip for a point or two, and they get that lead right back.
As the service goes long, Mountaineer point. Number 13, Kayla and Emily to serve. Emsley, that is.
Nice serve in the seam there, caused some confusion.
Huge stuff block by number 5, Sailor Smith.
There. That gets Coach Schnarr animated up and out of his seat.
Oh, good gravy, that's good. Another serve opportunity for Emsley here. We got a tight pass on the Condor side, and the setter just not able to get that ball up for an attacker. Another point for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, that's an inch or two away from being a perfect pass, but it ends up hitting the bottom of the tape, straight to the floor. Mountaineers point.
And we have setters that aren't very tall, Dash. We got to make sure we're trying to keep the ball off the net, right?
Oh, tight.
Oh, it's a great swing by the Condor side, using the block to their advantage. Nice tool out the side. As Conestoga takes a 1 point lead after the 20-point mark. Let's look for Mohawk to go to their go-to hitters from this point forward.
Yeah, they're probably going to try to run the middle here if they can get a good pass. They've got it. Will they run?
Outside set dug by the Condors. In transition, left side swing. And that's into the antenna. Off that nice, beautiful candy cane. Point Mountaineers.
Substitution coming in from the Mountaineers.
Looks like a serving substitution.
Amy Pello coming in to serve. Getting some directions from the head coach.
Definitely a back and forth first set.
Just long there.
Substitution on the Condor side. Number 2 coming in for number 14.
That's going to be Holly Phillips coming in to serve as well. This will be a big side out here for the Mountaineers.
It's a good pass by the Mountaineers. Run to the middle. Great middle swing by Grace Missouri.
That's what I'm talking about. If they can keep that pass right there for the middles, they'll be going off all day. Jen Knowles back to serve.
Great serve cross court.
Catches the libero on her heels.
Absolutely. Seems to really like that one-to-one serve dash.
You know what?
Lots
It's been working
of
for
side
her.
swing. Absolutely. Lots of space to serve there, so.
Couple substitutions coming in. Might just be the Condors trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Almost look like the official is going to wave off the substitutions, coming in a little bit too late there, Dad. And we're ready to get things started again. Look for a serve cross court here by Knowles. Off the tape.
They'll take that all day, though.
Free ball coming to the Mountaineers. Set right side to Kuiper. Off the block and down to the floor. Point Mohawk.
That's been her shot all day. Seam in between the middle and the left side blocker.
As Mohawk comes ahead, 1 point here, 23-22.
Conestoga trying for that sub for the second time. This time, they make it work.
Knowles to serve.
This will be for the set, 24-22 Mohawk. And they're going to get a free ball out of it.
Ooh. A little bit of an unexpected dig there, Dash. Cross court swing, amazing dig. Left side swing by the Mountaineers. Off the libero's hands. First set to the Mountaineers.
You know what? They did a great job of not getting too down on themselves there. A couple lulls, but they battled through it.
Well, how are we going to top up this first set here, Dash? I thought a little bit of back and forth action there. Each team holding leads for extended periods of time, but in the end, Mountaineers able to prevail.
Absolutely. As we can see, pretty much any time the Mountaineers were able to stay in system and run those middles, they had a great time.
It seems as we're looking at the replays here, lots of balls landing into the pod area on the Mountaineers side. Head Coach Matchnarm, we're going to have to address this aspect of the game here because, sorry, what were you going to say, Dad?
Not necessarily hard swings either, more free balls and off-speed shots that just seem to be landing in front of the defenders.
Yeah, could be a little bit of kind of the part of the Conestoga Condors game plan before they start out this match as we head into the second set here. So just like we talked about before, I think the Mountaineers are going to have to shore up their passing so they can get the middle involved right on the outside of the set there, Dash. I just think the first half of the set they just weren't able to run the middle enough, and as things moved on to the latter portions of the first set, got the middle involved a little bit more swings from the middle, obviously making the blockers guess a little bit more. What do you think?
Absolutely, and that allowed the outsides just a little bit more time with a one-on-one or with middle who's late closing, and that allowed them to battle back in that set when they were down 5 on a couple occasions.
Yeah, it was 11-5 at one point, I think, for Conestoga. So great
so.
fight back by the Mountaineers.
And then I believe they were also down 18-13, so just shows a lot of heart, a lot of battle out there.
Absolutely. Great response from the Mountaineers coming off that 3-set loss to Fanshawe yesterday. Like we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast, lots of injuries on the Mountaineer side right now, so lots of individuals that probably haven't played so much this season getting an opportunity to play, which is good for the growth of the program, right?
That's not always a bad thing, going down one of your star players, you can see who else you have who can step up into a role if you need to.
Absolutely. Obviously on the men's side, as Chris and I do assistant coach with the men's team, so we've gone through our fair share of injuries this year as well, and you guys are going to get an opportunity to see that men's match later on, taking on the Condors as well.
Knock on wood that all the worst of our injuries are behind us.
Absolutely. That match last night, by the way, men losing in 4 to number 1 in the country, Fanshawe, so great growth match for us, I thought. Obviously, still a loss. Loss is a loss, but a lot of positives to take out of that match last night, I thought.
Absolutely. If you want to go ahead and head over to the OCAA website, check out the standings, you'll see that Fanshawe has one lost set, and we can chalk that up to our men's team.
Absolutely. Obviously looking to improve. First semester, lost 3 straight sets to the Conestoga Condors men's team, so kind of had our number this year. Preseason, or I guess Christmas tournament, we played against them, beat us as well, so in that ever-tight West Division on the men's side, definitely look to every 2 points is very important.
Absolutely, but you know what? Christmas tournaments don't mean much, Powell. Don't give out gold medals in those.
Absolutely.
Either way, bringing it back into the women's game here. Mohawk up 1-0. Number 3, Jessica Patterson, back to serve for the Condors.
Right side set to Kuiper.
Nice deep swing.
Transitioning on the Conestoga Condor side. Unable to get a good second contact. Middle set. Block out. Point Mohawk.
Once again, going back to that middle off good passes. They'll be looking to do that much more.
Don't have the stats on us here, but can't help but think that Sailor Smith's hitting a very high percentage right now.
Absolutely.
Conestoga going fishing, another point for the Mountaineers. Kuiper back to serve again, 2-0 Mohawk at the beginning of the second set.
They're going to be looking to pull away here, see if they can rack up a good lead early on.
Spin serve toss.
Heavy serve there.
Ooh. It's a great deep swing by number 9 on the Condors, just catching 6 back for the Mountaineers off guard and unable to make the dig.
Absolutely, making something out of nothing there. Not a great pass, but they were able to get the ball up and get a good swing on it. Nice pass there. Go to the right side.
Dig pretty tight to the net here for the Condors, forced to put a free ball over. Transitioning. Set to Smith. She's going to put that to the floor again. As I can see from the scoreboard here, kill number 5 for Smith. Can't help but think it's maybe 1 or 2 more.
Certainly seems that way, Powell. She's been playing quite well recently. Nice dig there by the Mountaineers. Transition.
Net violation on the Condors.
You hate to see that. A nice kill taken away by a net violation.
Coach's nightmare.
Not so much the coach. As long as they win, it's a win. But as a player, you hate to have your stats ruined that way.
Ace serve for the Mountaineers. Into that 1-16. We got a timeout coming here for the Condors.
That's a lot more of the start to the set that we were expecting out of the Mountaineers coming into this game.
Absolutely.
Coming into a timeout with a 5-1 lead.
Absolutely. Got that ball back to the service line, putting in some bombs from back there. Putting Conestoga under pressure. Looking to take this timeout to shore up their passing a little bit so we can try to close things up and have more of a tighter set. Obviously, not too many opportunities for the Mountaineers to work on their service receive passing so far in this set, but definitely from the service line taking care of the ball so far.
Yeah, whatever the coaching staff said over there in between sets seems to have really set in for the ladies today.
Yeah, a decent crowd for a Saturday afternoon game here, Dash. Obviously not very loud at this point. Seems most of the noise is coming from the benches, which is good to see.
Looks to be a lot of family members out there in the crowd, which is something we love to see here.
Absolutely. We talk about secondary athletics, Dash. Obviously, a lot of people involved in the development of the athletes, but the support from the parents is pretty paramount.
Absolutely. It's hard to go far if your parents aren't backing you up the whole way. It's a great timeout served by Emsley.
Yeah, free ball coming over to the Mohawk side. Kuiper with the set. Right side to Knowles. It's a deep cross-court swing. That's a nice high swing, Dash.
That's just a great shot. One-on-one, go deep corner there. That's going to score pretty much every time.
That's what we talked about after the first set there. If we're able to establish the middle on the Mohawk side, it's going to lead to one-on-one blocks on the outside, and it's exactly what Knowles got there. Middle set for the Condors. Dig side on Mountain. Tip dug over. Another free ball coming to Mountaineers. Middle set. Another kill for Smith. She's on fire, Dash.
The middle of the court's all hers right now, Powell. Emsley back to serve once again.
Mohawk up by 6 points at the beginning of the second set. Free ball to the Mountaineer side. Creeper distributing again to the right side to Knowles. Cross-court swing. And Conestoga unable to dig that ball.
Yeah, that ball flying off the defender's arms up towards the banners, where if you take a look, you'll see a women's volleyball All-Canadian, Jennifer Knowles, which is the same one that's on the court right now.
The older players on the Mountaineer team. We have an ace serve.
Emsley going off from that service line back there. I think we'll see another timeout from the Conestoga Condors here.
Yeah, 8-point lead at the beginning of the set. I don't know. Struggling from this serve-receive line here. Another off-the-net pass here. Back row attack by the Condors. Knowles at the left side set. Swing just out the back. Good block by the Condors, forcing the ball at the end line.
That's going to be a point for the Condors there. Powell, number 5, back to serve.
See if they can put the Mountaineers under some pressure from the service line here.
It doesn't look that way.
That's way out.
That ball is still flying. Definitely the hot start the Condors been enjoying seems to have cooled off here lately.
10-2 Mohawk lead over the Condors. As we have Sailor Smith putting the ball into the net. The officials doing a pretty good job controlling this match so far, Dash. Haven't really seen too many errors, nothing for either team to complain about so far. That's what you want to see, the officials not being noticed.
Yeah, anytime you have a game where you don't have to get involved with the referees is a good game in my book.
Absolutely. As we have an ace serve by the Condors, number 13. 10-4 lead for the Mountaineers. Tori Kozak serving.
10-4 Powell.
As she goes fishing. Point for Mohawk.
Nothing stops a run faster than serving the ball into the net.
Jen Knowles back to serve. Look for another hard spin serve.
Coming across to the libero most likely, and there it is.
And the attempt by the Condors to put that hard spin serve over is negative.
Yeah, they're going to have to step up and work on that serve receive. Another nice high hard spin by Knowles.
Right side set to Creeper, pounds it through the block into the net. Point for Mohawk.
Yeah, the block was there, just wasn't pressed over the net, and it was able to ricochet around and find the floor.
So Mohawk seems to run that modified 6-2 on their side with Knowles and Creeper taking turns setting.
Absolutely. When you have one of the better setters the year before and you add in a veteran presence who can play pretty much any position in Jen Knowles, it's hard not to keep them both on the court.
Absolutely. 13-5 lead for Mohawk. Serve down the line, pretty tough serve, dug by the Mountaineers. Tip from the Mountaineers side, dig by the Condors, right side swing, off the block, another dig. As we
Absolutely.
have a back row violation on the Condors. Point for Mohawk.
Right side coming out of the back row there, just a step or so over the line. That is not allowed. It's going to be number 6, Emily McEachern, back to serve. Nice deep serve there. It catches the Conestoga serve receive on their heels.
Down ball, putting Mohawk into pressure. They dig the ball and able to get that swing cross court for the kill dash. Yeah, so 15-5 lead for Conestoga right now. Dash looks like Mohawk's
That's
almost
actually
pulling
Mohawk
away.
that's a leading right now. Powell.
Oh, my apologies. Mohawk in the lead.
That's all right.
Good, a quick ending to the set if it's going to trend in this direction, Dash.
And it's going to be a nice swing out of that.
Left side set for the Condors. Touched on Mohawk block, recycled onto the Condor side. Deep swing for the Condors, and that's
Somehow
gonna
finds
sail
the
in.
court.
That
Mohawk
ball
looking
had
a little
eyes.
confused though.
Let's see if the Condors are going to be able to fight back in this set, Dash. Gonna take some pressure from the service line onto the Mohawk side. Right side set, roll shot by Kuiper, dug up by the Condors. A little bit of miscommunication on the dig. Another free ball coming for the Mountaineers, middle set. That's a kill.
And that's a great middle run out of transition there. That's going to keep the middle blockers for the Condors guessing all day.
As we get Sailor Smith coming back into the game, substitution. Grace Mazur coming out, serving sub. Number 2 for the Mountaineers coming in. As we have a timeout by the Condors. Yeah, it looks like they're going to have to shore things up from the serve-receive line there. Dash, if they have any opportunity to come back in this match, it's going to be, they're going to need to side out right away and then get the ball back and go back from the service line and pound the ball in to try to put Mohawk under some pressure.
Absolutely. Right now, down 10 points halfway through the set. They're going to be looking to build some momentum going into that third set too. Hopefully, Mohawk can keep the pressure on them though.
As we... So, quick question here. Oh, never mind. Thought we were going to have a graphic come up. Didn't really see it. Apologies to the crew back in the truck there. Obviously, our first time working with this group today, so still trying to learn things on the fly. As we come back to begin the first, that's 2-second timeout by the Condors, Dash.
Yep, looks that way because they took one pretty quick in the set, 5-1.
Okay,
Mohawk.
so look for them to maybe make some changes on the court. Out of timeouts, no ability to come back and have a chat about what's going on, so look for some substitutions coming.
Nice
we have a shank
there.
pass by the Condors. Free ball coming over to the Mountaineer side. Knowles to distribute the ball to the middle to Smith, off the block, dug by the Condors. Left side set, swing, it's amazing dig.
There.
Back row set. Another dig by the Condors, left side set, tip.
Looks like we've got a rally here, Powell.
Oh, what a put over there by Kuiper. Didn't expect that. Another dig. It's a very extended rally here, Dash. And a tip into the pot by the Mountaineers is going to score.
That's a smart shot right there. Had the defenders on their heels, just popped it over the block, landed in the pot.
17-6 lead for Mohawk.
Amy Pello back to serve.
Off
Catches
the tape.
Oh,
Pancake.
a nice pickup, but apparently her
around to
teammates didn't
support her.
believe in her.
Yeah. Mohawk increasing their lead. Pello still serving. Just out the back end line.
Hoping that one would drop, but no luck today. That's a good serving sub, though. You go out and get 2 points for your team.
Absolutely. Did her job. As we see head coach Vincenzo Saporito in the background looking on to the game.
Smiling with pride at his assistant coaching staff.
As we have another kill from the middle. Mohawk just taking advantage of that middle right now, Dash.
Absolutely. It took him a set, but that serve-receive line is well warmed up, and they're able to run the middle pretty much at will right now.
As we have a substitution attempt by Condors waved off just a little bit too late. Swing long by the Condors, point Mohawk. As we have the Condors attempt the substitution for the second time. Officials allowing it this time.
It's successful.
It is. Kuiper back to serve. Definitely serving very aggressively today. That's very good for the Mohawk side, especially when you have her and Jen Knowles back there pounding spin serves, putting Condors under pressure.
Absolutely. The rest of the team doing a good job of keeping balls in play, letting these two take a chance back there on the service line.
Ooh. Not too much spin on that ball there, Dash. Almost a little split. And again, another tip by the Condors into that pot area.
That's definitely going to be something the Mountaineers look to shore up in practice this week.
Absolutely. Just the reaction time just isn't there right now, Dash, as we have Lorena Taysden back to serve for the Condors. 28 lead for the Mountaineers in this second set. Right side set by Kuiper. Just over top of the block, but a great dig by the Condors. Swing off the top of the block for the Condors. Kuiper to the middle for Smith off the top of the block. Dig as we have a player on the floor attempting to dig that ball. Oh, she was able to get out of the way there. Might have popped the ball up in the air and played the ball over, but another point for Mohawk, 21-8 lead.
Can't fault the hustle, though.
No, absolutely not.
As you can see off to the side, a couple of the Mohawk men's players warming up, watching the game, getting in the zone.
Middle set. It's a great swing.
That is a great run. Good touch on that defensively, just wasn't quite enough.
As Conestoga tries to gain some momentum in this set, Dash. I think it's a little tough for them to come back in the second set with the 22-9 lead for Mohawk, but there's some things they can try to focus on and try to get some more momentum leading into the third set.
Well, there's a few things they can be working on here, Powell, but serve receive is definitely at the head of that list.
As we have number 3, Erica Stainitis, back to serve for the Mountaineers.
Nice deep serve, takes that setter off the net.
Swing off the block. Point for the Conestoga Condors. In the latter portions of this second set, 22-10 lead for the Mountaineers. Definitely rolling from the service line. So you have a spin serve from the Condors. Nice pass up left side, set by Kuiper. Dig by the libero on this Condor side. Pipe swing, another dig by the Mountaineers as we get a tip from Jen Knowles. It's going to score. 23-10 lead for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, the pot's been a big factor for both sides of the court today. That's another tip scoring in the middle of the court.
Seems like both sides just want to protect the outside of the court right now and trying to trust their block and touching the ball.
Well, it's working for one team, not so much for the other.
Cool.
This will be Jen Knowles back there serving for the set.
Set point for the Mountaineers as we have Jen Knowles back to serve. It's a great pass by the Condors. Dig on the Mountaineer side, right side set to Kuiper at the swing off the block. Transition ball on the left side for the Condors. Amazing dig. 2 players coming together, touch the ball there. Another transition ball for the Condors, swing out of the right side, off the block, dig. Right side transition ball, swing from Kuiper.
Ooh.
Looked like there were some touches there, Dash, but officials
looked like it might have caught
in.
a bit of the block there, but the referees say no way.
It's a great aggressive swing. No problem in that. Go after it every time. 24-11 lead for the Mountaineers. Trying to put the cap on this second set.
Not the pass they were looking for there, Powell, but they got a good swing out of it anyway.
Ball into the net by the Condors as that brings the second set to the end. 25-11 win for the Mountaineers.
That's a much better second set for the Mountaineers there. That's more the way they were looking to control the game.
Absolutely. Controlled first contact. So looking at the replays here, that last ball swung into the net by the Condors. Lots of tip action on both sides. If the set's not there, the ladies aren't going after, which is a smart play, Dash.
Absolutely. Especially when you're up the way you are, just taking away 3 points for the other team is big.
Absolutely. Some pretty good defense shown by both sides here, Chris.
Absolutely. The harder swings definitely getting picked up a lot more. The off-speed still scoring, though, in the pot.
Absolutely. Well, a little bit of mismatched score in the second set, Chris. First set was pretty close. So, as we can see on the screen, this is Conestoga's first game of 2019. Will this be the year of the Condors?
Judging by their record and the way this game's been going, I don't think so, Powell.
Well, it's kind of hard for us not to be a little bit biased as we are a part of the Mountaineer Athletic Program. But, you know, it seems like a pretty good match so far. Definitely the last time we watched them play the Mountaineers in Kitchener, it was a pretty good matchup going to 5 sets. Obviously, some pieces facets of the game they can try to improve on. Definitely from the service line. I think they probably missed 5 or 6 serves, and maybe passing-wise, probably could shore up the passing.
Yeah, as you said, they did take the last game they played in Kitchener, and they'll be looking to repeat that performance here today.
Absolutely.
So far, they're on their way to doing that. Hopefully in a clean 3-set sweep.
As we have some folks attempting to serve the ball here. A little comical at times, people that not really playing too much volleyball coming here, having their try putting the ball over the net. Interesting techniques from some individuals here as we have Little child out there playing with the ball as well. That's pretty cute, Dash.
We'll see if he's able to get it over the net here, Powell.
Might need a little bit of help from him.
That serve finding the court.
2 feet in front of him. Yeah, so on the Condor side, I think they might have to start resorting to try tipping the ball back into the pot when they get an offensive opportunity, because the Mountaineers are just struggling to dig those balls. They're more so trying to defend the outside of the court.
Absolutely. It might still be set in the mindset from last night where they played the high-flying Falcons, who absolutely crunch balls.
Yeah, a couple outside hitters on the Falcons transferring from U Sports institutions, so lots of experience from them. One of the individuals playing on in a national, winning nationals with Ryerson Rams, so definitely a tough team to play against. And obviously with the injuries we talked about beforehand, running into some issues there, but yeah, definitely some young players getting an opportunity to shine today and definitely taking advantage of that opportunity.
Yeah, it's always tough playing in back-to-back days, but you know, it's something every team has to go through, especially if you want to win that OCAA gold medal. That's 3 games in 3 days.
Head coach Matt Schnarr looks pretty pleased with the performance so far.
Always hard to tell with him, though.
He puts on a good face as we get a nice look from assistant coach Ben Tonin over here.
Tonin doesn't have a lot of bad looks, though.
No? It's that hair.
Mohawk looking to carry that momentum gained in the second set there through to this set, hopefully finishing off the game.
Yeah, Conestoga needs to play with a little bit of urgency here, Chris. You know, if this set goes down, that's the end of it. Yeah, I think they could put the Mountaineers under a little more pressure from the service line. We think take some more chances. I mean, they're down 2-0 in the match, as we can see right now, especially with that second set loss by a larger margin. They could probably afford to take a few more chances.
Yeah, however they came out in that first set, that's what they're going to be looking to try to get back to here in the third.
Schnarr starting Kuiper in position 1, so she's going to begin this set with the serve. Look for her to try to go on a run, start this third set off. High spin serve toss.
Fought off well there by the defender.
Left side swing, dug onto the Condor side. And a big putback by number 5 on the Condors. Quick 1-0 lead for them. Number 5, Emily Aitken, back to serve.
Just a little too low on that pass. Right on target, just need a little more height.
That's what we discussed, Ash. They got to go for it from the service line if they have any chance coming back in this match. That's a great start for the Condors.
Another nice low hard serve there.
Set to the middle. Great dig on the Condor side. It's probably one of the first times they've transitioned a middle attack from the Mountaineer side.
Yeah, they might look to start doubling up in the middles there, as it's been working quite well against them.
A little miscommunication on the Condor side caused a free ball opportunity. Set to the middle side. And we get the first error from Sailor Smith in the middle. Point to the Condors. Coming out just like we talked about they need to here, Dash, with a quick 3-0 lead in this third set. Trying to get some momentum back in this match. As we have a shank pass from the libero on the Mountaineer side. 4-0 lead for the Condors here. Really coming out with some urgency in this third set.
Yeah, the serve receiver just needs to take a breath, settle in, deliver that ball up to the tape so the setters can go to work with it.
Another great serve by number 5 on the Condors as we have a 5-0 lead for Mohawk. For the Condors.
Whatever happy demeanor was present on the Mohawk bench is now gone.
Yeah, Dash, as we always talk to our guys, third set's the hardest to win. So
Absolutely.
Got to make sure you're having that urgency throughout the entirety of the match. The consistency of your intensity needs to be there, and obviously this 5-1 start is indicative of that. As we get a serve from the Mohawk side, shank pass, point Mohawk. That's a service ace.
As we saw in the first set, we know Mohawk's more than capable of coming back from 5-point deficits.
Absolutely. Both teams taking times coming back from deficits as we have number 3 Kaylin Emsley serving.
Nice pass there by the libero from the Condors, dug up by Emsley.
A little miscommunication here from the Mohawk side. Free ball coming to the Condors.
Let's see if they can put it away.
Right side set to Knowles. Swing through the block, dug by the Condors as they transition.
Mohawk's going to look to put this point away right here.
Step approach, cross-court kill by Knowles.
That'll do it. A little bit of miscommunication between the two defenders. Each thought the other was going to go for it, and in the end, neither one did. Ball finds the court. Great swing.
Hemsley still back serving. A little hard to focus on the game right now. We got Mo the Hawk upstairs working on the treadmill. Getting ready.
That's a great service run there from Emsley. It was a pretty big part of the game last night for the Mountaineers. Did quite well.
6-3 lead for the Condors here. Tori Kozak back to serve. Tight pass. Weeper saves it. Free ball opportunity for the Condors. Left side set. Swing off the block. Nice dig, but third contact gets the floor dash.
Yeah, you know, it was a great slowdown. Just no one there to pick it up off the net.
4-point lead for the Condors to begin this third set.
Yeah. Mohawk going to look to take a bit of a chunk out of that lead here. Try to side out.
It's a tough serve and even a better pass. Pipe set for Mohawk, dug by the Condors.
That's going to get them out of system.
That's a great block touch, but Mohawk unable to dig that. Conestoga coming out with that urgency we talked about they needed to have in this third set here, Dash. Let's hope they can continue us throughout the whole entirety of this set so they can try to push this match and do 4 sets.
Another pass fought up well there by the service seat from the Mountaineers.
So we have a free ball coming over to the Mountaineer side.
They'll be looking to use that. They go outside. Emily McEachern.
Left side attempt here by the Condors, dug up. Middle set to Smith.
It's a great backdoor shot there by the Condors.
Absolutely, right on the outside of that block. Mohawk unable to dig any ball from the Condor side at this point in the match. Looking to get some urgency back in their game.
We noticed earlier on that same left side trying to roll over top of the block into the pot there. Unfortunately, she got a little too much of it there. That ball is sailing out the back.
As we have an aggressive serve that misses the end line from Conestoga. So we talked about need to be aggressive from the service line if they're going to be able to come back in this match. Early 9-4 lead. Smith to serve. Serve position 1. The libero with the dig left side set. Roll shot in the middle of the court. Dug by Kuiper. Knowles with the left side set. Tip into the middle of the court. Dug by Conestoga. Another left side set. Off the top of the block. Transition tip by Knowles here. Puts Conestoga under pressure. We're going to see a free ball here. Or an attempt at a free ball, rather. Free ball goes into the net.
Tried to be a little too flashy. Put it into the middle of the net. Should have volleyed that ball over.
Smith still serving. Looking to be aggressive from the service line here. It's a great serve. Tight pass. As we have a net violation on the Conestoga side.
That's a tough one. That was a pretty decent pass. Just missed by a couple inches there.
Oh, see, Dash, I think when we're playing the game at this level, it's can't afford to make too many silly mistakes like that, net violations. But just as I say that, Mohawk puts the ball at the back and gives another point to the Condors. 10-6 lead is the 16 points into this third set.
Yeah, they've more or less gone back and forth after that 5-0 start for the Condors.
Bender serving off the tape. Attempt by the Mountaineer side to dig the ball is unsuccessful. It's like I talked about here, the Condors definitely serving a lot tougher here, Dash.
Absolutely. The Mountaineers haven't really been able to run the middle out of service eve. They'll be looking to pick this one up.
Served by Bender, goes out the sideline, point Mohawk.
Yeah, but anytime you can steal a point off the service line, your coach is going to be happy. They keep that 4-point lead alive.
Knowles serving, looking to go on another run here. He's definitely gone on a few runs here this afternoon, Dash.
It's looking like she's going to try to start it up.
Yeah, another ace by Knowles, just on fire from the service line. Her and Kuiper just definitely taking control in this match from the service line, that's
Absolutely.
for sure. Another cross-court spin serve. Conestoga under pressure here. Free ball coming to the Mountaineers.
They're going to be looking to run something here.
Right side set to Queeper.
Nice
Dig
line
by
shot.
the libero.
Nice dig by Knowles there. Set out to the left side.
And miscommunication on the Condor side. Free ball coming. It's a tight pass. Creeper with the swing again. Another extended rally here, Chris. Creeper at the right side attempt. Another dig.
It's going to be another transition ball for the
Very
Mountaineers.
aerobically taxing rally as Conestoga comes out with the point with the nice
Absolutely.
left side swing.
Mohawk needs to be able to get their middles back engaged again. Their outsides haven't been able to put a ball away.
Definitely becoming a little bit predictable at this point in the match, Ash. Nice pass by Elstone. Left side swing. Conestoga, another dig by Elstone. Left side set to Queeper. Hammers that ball. Good gravy, that's good.
This time she's able to put it away. That's a point for the Mountaineers. Down by 3 with Emily McKeckern stepping back under the service line.
Look for her to try to put Conestoga under pressure with some tough serves here, Dash.
That's
She
not
goes
gonna do
fishing.
it.
Right into the middle of the net. Now, Chris, I'm curious. As a coach, where do you want to see us missing from the service line? Out the back, into the net? Where do you think is a better spot?
Well, you got to think out the back. At least that way the other team has a chance to maybe play the ball. Maybe it drops, who knows. But you put it into the middle of the net, that's just 3 points.
As Conestoga goes into the net as well. 13
Clearly.
to 10 lead.
Not listening to our advice over here. They're not tuned into the live stream, it seems.
No. Let's hope they're focused on the game. As we get Missouri with the serve. In the middle of the court, left side attempt here by the Condors. Dug into the middle of the court. It's like a net violation here by the Condors.
Absolutely. The lack of passing at times on the Condor side not seeming to be as much of an issue. They seem to like to set their outsides anyway.
For sure. We get Missouri here still serving. Pass in the middle of the court, left side. Off the outside of Creeper's hand. Point Conestoga. It's the momentum definitely tipping in Conestoga's favor at this point, Chris.
I'm not sure. They've still been side out ever since that 5-1 lead. They're right in it. Just waiting for that opportunity to go and steal a few points.
Left side slow down. Swing from the Condors off Elstone's hands.
That's a
Point.
nice run out of the middle on transition there.
Hey, can you feel it? Fight!
Head coach Matt Schnarr asking his team to show some more fight here. As we have a shank pass onto the floor, another point for Conestoga, opening up a 5-point lead.
Service team just looks like they're on their heels a little bit. Just need to step up, be confident with that ball. There's a good pass.
Middle attempt here. Blocked but tipped back over. Another good block. Another slow down as we have a net violation on the Mohawk side. Another point for the Condors. 6-point lead in this third set here. Chris definitely taking advantage of the Mountaineers from the service line thus far.
You may have been right about that momentum, Powell.
Mhm.
Definitely seems to be swinging in Conestoga's favor. Another nice
Another-
pass by the Mountaineers.
Yeah,
They
great
go outside
pass.
with it.
Swing just out the sideline. That was pretty close. Good swing. You know, take the opportunity, go after the hands. Just missed out the sideline. It's a good opportunity.
Absolutely.
Mohawk passing the ball pretty well right now. Just past 4 or 5 points, unable to put the ball to the floor. Other than this point right here. Getting Queeper back to serve. Hopefully she can blast a few balls in here and put Conestoga under pressure.
Yeah, they're going to look to tighten up that gap here. They're down by 6 right now.
Look for her to go for it from the service line. Nice hard serve. Conestoga under pressure. Down ball opportunity for Conestoga goes into the net.
Yep.
As we can see the men upstairs warming up, getting ready for their opportunity to play this afternoon. Queeper with the serve. A floating spin serve. Those are tough to pass, Chris.
Absolutely. You're not sure what you're going to get. Sometimes there's a bit of topspin on it. It's going to dip. Sometimes it's just a float and it moves around on you. Either way,
As
not
we
a bad
have
pass. But
the attack attempt by number 4 on the Condors going to the antenna. Another point for Mohawk.
Absolutely. They're looking to get a little bit closer here. They've gotten 2 points in a row. Going to try to catch up to that 4-point lead Conestoga's built up.
Seems like Mohawk spin server is able to put a lot of pressure on the Condor side, just not able to handle the power. We have a tip outside of the court. Another point for Mohawk, starting to try to claw back in this third set and get that 3-set victory.
Absolutely. Looking to rip that momentum right back from the Condors here. Another heavy serve there from Creeper.
That's just a great shot, Chris. Not much you can do about that.
The left side may have been a little inside, but can't complain too much about that. That's a great use of the hands there.
Aitken back to serve. 19-15 lead for the Condors as she goes fishing into the net.
Conestoga looking to close this set out, and serving into the net as they have the past few attempts is not going to help them. Mohawk, on the other hand, definitely will take those points.
Absolutely. Emsley serving for the Mountaineers. Served to position 1. Nice pass by Conestoga. Right side attempt, Doug. As we have a shank ball into the stands.
Yep.
Lucky fan getting an attempt to touch a ball there.
Unfortunately, not like baseball. They do have to throw that ball back.
Bender serving here for the Condors.
Not the pass Mohawk was looking for, but they'll be able to transition into attack here.
It's pretty good at a system attack there from the Mountaineers, Chris.
Absolutely. That's going to find the baseline, and that's going to be a point for the Mountaineers.
As we have Pello coming in for Smith. Serving substitution. Let's hope she can put some pressure on Conestoga here and cut into this 3-point lead.
She was able to get 2 points for the Mountaineers last time she was out there. We're looking to see if she can do that again.
Definitely taking advantage of that opportunity to come in and serve.
A little bit of a rotation check here for the Condors. You'd think at this level they'd be able to figure it out by now.
A little frustration from the Mohawk bench here. Seems like they've been seeing some rotation issues on the Condor side.
Oh yeah, I think that's going to be annoying for anyone.
As you can see on the Mohawk side here, as you can see on the screen, definitely doing a good job of tuning out the issue and coming together and having a chat about what we need to do to try to cut into this 3-point deficit. It's good focus, good leadership on the Mohawk side.
Absolutely. Trying not to let the situation get to them, and they're going to try to catch up even more here.
Down official having a little conversation at the scorer's table.
Conestoga seems to have figured their stuff out now. Pello back to serve.
Serve off the tape, into the net. Unretrievable by the Condors.
Not much you can do about that. That finds the top of the tape and is able to find its way over.
It is home court, Dash. Mohawk may have been putting some bacon grease on that tape. As we have a swing and C-ball attempt by the Condors off Pello's hands.
Well, she was able to get the Mountaineers a point back, though, so.
Absolutely, doing a fantastic job coming off the bench and serving.
We'll see if the serve-receive line can get them another point here. It's going to be Olivia Bender back on the line to serve again after being out of rotation the last time. That's a great cross-court swing there.
It's about 4 or 5 attempts in that position, just Conestoga not adjusting on their side to dig that ball.
Absolutely.
Nobody's home again.
And now is looking to see if she can catch up a couple points here from the Mountaineers. A strong spin serve.
A little miscommunication on the Mountaineer side. Creeper takes the free ball, middle set, over top of the middle. Left side puts the ball over. Right side block by the Mountaineers, and that's down.
That'll bring the crowd to life a little bit here in the third set. Mohawk now only down by 1.
As we have a timeout on the Conestoga side. Important part of the match here, Dash. 21-20 lead for the Condors.
Absolutely. Mohawk looking to keep that momentum. They've been able to battle away from Conestoga there. Some great resiliency, down by 5 on a couple occasions.
What do you think ladies are hearing from head coach Matt Schnarr here?
Well, if I know Matt, he's probably telling him to make sure that free balls are getting up to the setter so that we can run some sort of offense out of it, keep them guessing.
And if I'm the coach of the Condors right now, I'm telling them to keep staying aggressive, keep putting the ball in aggressively from the service line, and try to stay solid from the blocking aspect.
Absolutely. That aggression off the service line, keeping the serve receive on their toes, on their heels, sorry. It's definitely been a key part of their set here, and it's a big reason why they're ahead right now.
Absolutely. As we still have Knowles back serving. Conestoga taking their sweet time from that timeout. Could be seeing a warning here by the official.
You would think so, especially after being out of rotation for almost the entire set. Here we are, ready to get back underway.
Spin serve by Knowles. Pass up by the Condors. C-ball set. Off the block, down. That's a great attempt by the Condors to dig that ball, but it nonetheless hits the floor. Point Mohawk as they tie this matchup. Well, not tie the matchup, tie the setup rather. 21 all.
Yeah, we're going to see just how far the arm of Jennifer Knowles can take us here.
Off the tape.
That's a couple lucky
Left
bounces
side
off
set.
the tape there.
Over top of the block, dug in the middle court. Oh, it's an interesting play there. Two players on both sides touching the ball at the exact same time. Ball still in play here. Swing cross court from Conestoga. Point Conestoga.
Looks to be
Substitution.
a serving sub here.
Walsh coming out. As Conestoga holds the 1-point lead late in this third set, looking to push this match to 4 sets.
Yep, serving sub Holly Phipps coming into the match, looking to see if she can extend that lead. It's a good serve, passed up by Emsley.
Right side set, off the top of the block, dug by the Condors rather. Right side attempt, great dig by Libero on the Mohawk side. Free ball put over the Condors.
Trying to run that step. Nice tip, but it's picked up pretty easily.
Dig by Knowles. Elstone puts the ball out to the right side.
That is a great line shot. Little thumb down shot there.
Catching
Crowd
the
starting to
defender
come
down
alive.
the line off guard there. Shank out to the side.
Crowd
As the
starting to
game
come
is
alive.
tied up again
Here we
here.
go.
Kekrin back to serve. Hopefully she can put Condors under some pressure here, Dash.
It's a nice serve, passed up by the Condors.
Left side set. Swing. Huge left side swing by the Condors.
Almost picked up, but just off the defender's arms and out of bounds.
May have been the hardest hit ball today, Dash. As the Condors hold the 1-point lead late in the third set, 23-22. Spin serve, overpass
too
as she
tight.
tries to put back out of the sideline.
Nothing
Point
the
for
coach
Mohawk.
hates worse more than an overpass, see in the middle go up and reef it out the sideline.
Oh, just a missed opportunity. We call those birthday balls, Dash.
Interesting. Little out west terminology for you. Out here in Ontario, they're known as party balls.
A birthday party, Chris. Staynitis back to serve. The float serve to position 6 to Libero. Pass in the middle of the court. Left side swing. Mountaineers
defended.
dig that.
Out
Left
to the
side
left
set.
side.
Tip over top of the block, Doug. Right side swing over top of the block, Doug. Smith with the transition set. Free ball coming over. And the Condors
that
just
will
could not
score.
handle it.
Mohawk able to wrestle that lead away, and now they're up by 1 with a chance to serve for the match.
As we get a timeout by the Condors.
Yep, definitely something you'd expect to see.
Look for the Mountaineers to come out with a specific game plan on where Conestoga is going to set the ball. I assume they're going to try to go to the outside here.
You would think so.
Just live and
So
die
far
by what
they're-
you do best, and that's what they've been doing all night or all afternoon so far, Chris.
Yeah. Mohawk definitely going to be going over who their key assignments are blocking-wise.
Absolutely. Head coach Matt Schnarr and assistant Ben Tonen have a little conversation about the game plan moving forward for this point. drawing things up, communicating with the ladies, and hopefully they can put that into play out on the court.
They'll be looking to end this game right here, right now.
Definitely be good to end the match at this point. Give some players some rest and not push this match further.
Yep.
Another big week coming up next week.
A little bit of pressure here for first-year player Emily Stenitis. Erica Stenitis, sorry.
Serve.
You know what? That's all you can ask for out of a timeout. Put the serve in.
Back row attempt here. Dug in the middle of court by the Mountaineers. We're going to get
Go
left side
outside.
attempt here. Roll shot in the middle of court. Dug by Conestoga. Tip into the net. And down to the floor.
That's a nice pickup by Stenitis. Just wasn't quite able to get there.
We got a tie game here, Chris. This could go either way.
Absolutely. Let's see if we can get a good pass up here. Serviceable. It's going outside.
Left
And
side
a nice
set
swing
off the
from
top of the
Emsley.
block. Dug in the middle of the court. As we have a left side opportunity over top of the block. Another dig on the Mountaineer side. Creeper with the right side attempt. Cross court kill.
That cross-court shot out of the right side's been working all afternoon. Conestoga's done nothing to adjust to it. Kuiper and Knowles both teeing off from the right side. Let's see if Kuiper can put this game away. Not this time.
A miss there, but if I'm her, I'm going after that one as well, Dash.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to think Kuiper's got the green light right now.
For sure. Aitken back to serve for the Condors as we have a tie game. 25 all in this third set. Left side set for Knowles off the side of the block. Dug by the Condors. Left side transition set outside.
That's a great
dig. Chicken wing.
Doesn't matter how the ball gets over Powell as long as it gets over that net.
Couldn't be more correct. Left side attempt by Knowles. Tip deep corner. Another dig by
That's gonna
Conestoga
be-
as they put a free ball over to the Mountaineer side. Middle set to Smith. And
And
that's
you
a
got to
kill.
think that's all Kuiper was waiting for was the opportunity once there in the middle there.
As we have our third match point for the Mountaineers here, Chris.
Yep, looking to take advantage now. You don't want to have this hang around too long. It's a great serve there.
I've never seen that before, Chris. Match over.
You can see the ref looking over to the sidelines, checking with the scores table.
A little
And,
frustration on the Condor side as the match ends on a out of rotation call.
You know what? That's a clean three-set victory for the Mountaineers today. That's something they definitely needed.
Not taking anything away from them at this point. That's a great performance on their home floor on a Saturday afternoon. Definitely taking care of business when they needed to. What do you think?
Taking care of business every day.
Yeah, so if we're going to wrap up this match, I guess we're talking about specifics on things that led to the victory for Mohawk. Obviously, taking care of the ball from the service line, I thought they served pretty tough for the most part. Definitely took control of the ball. For looking at some of the replays here, definitely touched the ball blocking-wise pretty well.
Absolutely, and off the service line, serve-receive line, sorry, they were able to shore it up after the first set.
Absolutely, a lot of good touches. Definitely passed well over the 2-point mark for the match. And I thought their outside hitters hit pretty well as well.
Absolutely, but got to think the key to the game for the Mountaineers was up the middle of the court. They were able to control that for pretty much the entire match, and definitely led to their 3-set win here today.
Yeah. So as we wrap up, this is It's been a 3-set victory for the Mohawk Mountaineers women's team. I'm Matt Powell along with Chris Dashford. Just signing off for you guys. Thanks for being with us today, and stay tuned for the men's match.
Yep, this has been M-Link. Watch out for the men's game coming up at 3.